Hey Gigi, thank you for posting your landing page here. And I do quite a few CRO audits, so I hope that you're going to enjoy this one because there's quite a bit going on. And we're always starting to look first on mobile because 85, 90% of traffic almost now people are looking on their mobile devices. So that is very, very important when we're looking at these pages. Now, this is just a free plugin, Chrome plugin that you can get. It's a really very handy tool. Not really sure what it's called anymore, but there's quite a few of them in the Chrome store, and I highly suggest that you grab this one and not only look at the editor that you're using to see whether it's mobile optimized. Now, there's a couple of things here above the fold that need major addressing. First of all, I'm not seeing any call to action, so there has to be a call to action above the fold. There's nothing there because a big chunk of your real estate or all of your real estate is taken up by this area here, and then also by your scarcity. I have nothing against scarcity, but you really need to tell your visitors first what it's all about before telling them like, hey, you actually need to hurry up to get this thing because I'm closing this soon, but you are already shoving this straight away down their throat and they don't even know what they need. So definitely this needs to be better mobile optimized. They should not be that big. They should be on one line. Should be below, under a call to action, for example. So that will already create a lot of space. But then the biggest thing here is the top here. This is also way too big, and people don't give a hoot about your logo. So if you put a logo on there, if it's important to you, at least make it very small. But actually, people don't care about logos, not at this stage. Neither. And then this is just floating around here. I'm not really sure what this does or why this is on there. If you want to get people on your Instagram, then that also should be somewhere near the bottom. Having questions contact us is good, but not necessarily here. This is definitely something that you put on a order form page for example, because that increases conversions, that people know like, hey, if something goes wrong when I put my credit card in, at least I can call somebody. I wouldn't necessarily put this on the landing page. So these are the two main big things, and then we're going to dive into your messaging. And here it's also a little bit muddled up. I'm not really a big fan, and this is just design of using shadow because it doesn't really make it very legible. So it would be better if you just keep this crispy clean. This like it looks like I'm having double vision here. So that's on readability here. But more importantly is that you're not really picking your most important target audience out of there. You're talking about entrepreneurs, you're talking about 9-to-5 employees, you're talking about single parents, and you talk about investors, this is just about I think 75% of the population. So nobody is going to feel that you talk to them. If your main group is entrepreneurs, then only mention entrepreneurs. Like 9-to-5 employees, I'm not really sure, do they need a business line of credit? I don't know. So it makes it all a little bit confusing when you start modeling this up. I'm seeing this happen across the board, that many people, they just don't niche down and they go like, yeah, but my product helps everybody. No, if you try to speak to everybody, you're not going to resonate with anybody. So you definitely have to clean up your messaging here. Then there's a couple of design things here. There's no spacing here, and a few other things. And I have to keep on scrolling, and I still haven't come to a call to action. It's only down below here where you have then an order form here. If we are closing this and we are going to look at the desktop version, and I'm going to continue here because it just all looks very, very, very messy. Like this, I don't know, this seems like so cheap and out of place. I'm not sure about this picture neither. Not really a big fan of this like porthole kind of style here. So it's very difficult for my eye to like, what am I actually looking at? What is the most important thing here? And this is completely missing. I would definitely clean this up, and I would make this, don't put any order form here, put a call to action on there, do a separate order form in the next step, and then on that next step, on that next order form, you can put this on there, so you can get rid of this whole section. This has to be dropped down somewhere below. Use your relationship with the bank and your credit score to access their money. I'm not sure what that means. If your target audience knows, then that's fine, but I have no clue what you're trying to tell me here. My relationship with the bank. So this is definitely has to do with credit score. So I would just call it out and say it as it is, and then introducing the list that gives you access to funds, and you don't have to provide bank statements or tax returns. That reads very funny. So that should be something, introducing the list that gives you access to funds without having to provide bank statements or tax returns. So as a copywriter, I will definitely redo all this copy, the head here, a hole above the fold, because then we have a promise here, and we have another promise here. So it's a little bit messy. Also, not really sure if I like this. It just looks all a bit, for something that is quite important like credit score. It looks quite spammy and scammy, if you don't mind um, telling you this. So there's definitely, from a design point of view, a lot of things that need to change here, but also in your messaging and who you want to target and how you talk to them, because everything needs to be problem solution driven. I'm not really seeing here what the problem is, because acquire 250,000 in business lines of credit to help them start, jump, or expand their business isn't really a problem. Like, what is the deeper core that, for example, one of your niche here, or one of your target audience, what are these entrepreneurs really struggling with? What is their difficulty? Not having a business line of credit, yeah, for sure, but what, not having that, what does that cause for them? That's what you should go after, and then you introduce the solution. I've kept this under 10 minutes. I hope you find this helpful, and please let me know if you have any questions.